So, dear Dhamma practitioners, we're going to start our session now and be comfortable yourself and relax your body and let your whole body weight go down and keep your back, neck, head straight in one line. So, also today, Thanksgiving Day. So, I wish upon everyone happy Thanksgiving, and we're going to do the loving kindness meditation as appreciation. So, I will give the introduction. So, after you settle down. So keep your back straight and gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound and follow the sound, please. So while you focusing to the sound mentally, relax your body, relax your mind, relax your breathing with your thoughts. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, today we're going to practice loving kindness meditation as appreciation. Everyone, whoever helped for us, seen, unseen, near, far away, or friendly or not friendly, anyone around you. So it is very important as human being that you appreciate the journey that you go through, because this human life happen as a sacrifice of other people, and it is good always you remind it, and especially today Thanksgiving Day. So we're going to appreciate everyone, and at the same time we're going to share our heart with them with great compassion. We're going to do the loving kindness meditation. So in the beginning, you do the loving kindness meditation to your body, and then we expand the capacity of your heart. So as a light, like a lighthouse, how they send the flashlight, or kind of like visualizing yourself, you opening your heart and sending the energy. So we go to side, side. So in the beginning, as example, you start from the front. So whoever in that area, in that direction, just imagine yourself that all living beings, not one person, every living beings, and just think, may they be well and happy. So when it comes to well and happy, it is not with condition or limitation. So whatever that they wish for as their happiness, may it come to them. whatever they are, the other living beings wish as their well-being, may it come to them. So like that, visualize yourself and expand your mental capacity and send the energy as far as you can. So forward, and then to your right side or your back side or your left side. So we go side to side. So then visualize, open your heart to that direction and send the energy. Thinking, may all living beings be well and happy. So in that very moment, don't think about you. 100% completely open your heart and don't come to any judgment, don't come to any resistance, don't come to any limitation. So with that, expand your heart. So even in one single moment, if you can come to a point complete loving kindness and compassion in that very moment, that your heart experience divinity and the universal connection or the universal love. So when we do one by one, to directions, and after that, your whole heart to all 6 directions you open. So like the moon, the sun, expand how send the energy without any limitation to all directions. So let your heart to shine open with the loving kindness and compassion, and in that very moment get out of your personal limitations, needs, conditions, whatever the situation even you go through. So completely 100% surrender to this loving kindness and meditation. Knowingly, you are so grateful, and knowingly, you are so blessed and with the happy mind. So don't hold any worry, unhappiness, sadness, unsatisfaction. So whatever, don't hold that anything. Just completely have the idea to send the loving kindness and compassion regarding others. So that will help you to heal your heart also. So we're going to do this loving kindness meditation as appreciation. So when it comes to our human life, and always you have to remember your parents, and they went through hard time, and you have no idea how difficult was for them to bring this beautiful life for you. And also your grandparents, your ancestors, and they had a very great sacrifice thinking about you, and they have done a lot of things. And all the people who ever worked, and they sacrificed their life, and without any kind of personal needs. Sometimes people voluntarily come forward and do a lot of things, and especially during this time, look, this because of these virus situations, and the doctors, nurses, and in the healthcare industry, and people, how they sacrifice, and sometimes voluntarily, there are a lot of people came forward and start to help the people. And time to time in the human history that we experience these things. And sometimes, but when the situations become over and nice, and we forget these things. But it is good to remind ourselves and what we experienced in today. And there are a lot of people in this very moment and work, and they try to find something for this virus. And there are a lot of people sacrifice their life and taking a risk, and they get out of their personal needs or the family life and start to work for other people. So you have to at least appreciate that, and we become more comfortable like this, even yourself at home, because there are a lot of people behind you work for you, and there are a lot of people have done it in the history, and whoever made these roads, this electricity, gas. So these things today so easy for us. Even when we drive on these freeways, we don't think who did these things. But if you look at the history, for $1 per day, in the beginning, people start to work and do these things, make these parks and roads and everything. And they had one meal per day and a huge line. They waiting to get that meal. And there was no something properly to wear for the cold. And there was a great suffering all over the world. There were war, and everybody went through hard time. And very difficult time came to the world. But still, there are some people thought about the future. And then they sacrificed themselves and thinking about the future generations. That's mean you. And they get out of their personal life, personal barriers, personal limitations, and they sacrifice everything, whatever they had, and they build up this everything for you. So that's why you have this life today. So then you have to get it. After you have it, what you have to do? When the little things happen, you fight each other. And when something go wrong, and you claim and you blamed each other. And sometimes you have this all the facilities and you don't see this everything, how it came and how lucky you are, and that how valuable these things. But in day-to-day life, with the little things, you fight each other, you blame each other. And as a human being, that you have to see, getting this everything, how you nourish and how you maintain this and how you handle this and how you use this everything without abusing these all the facilities. And at the same time, one day you're going to leave this world to your next generation. So then you have to think yourself, when after 100 years, so when your grandchildren start to talk about 2020, oh, my grandparents used to do these things in their lifetime. So what you gave, at least have you plant a tree? At least have you, when the water, save drop of water, when the tap is open, when you wash, you so comfortably you wash, or when you having shower, maybe averagely in America, averagely mostly one person, 30 minutes they use the shower. And according to latest report, 30 minutes they shower. You know, there are people and they don't have water, even one cup of water, clear water to drink. So you have this everything, it is okay, you have to use it. But at the same time, have you think, when you having 30 minute shower, when it comes 25 minutes, just 5 minute water, can you thinking about somebody someday going to get it as a appreciation? Can you save it to somebody? So like that, there are many ways. Even when you pay the bill, it's very hard for everyone. Paying bills, getting facilities, okay, but paying bills. Have you ever thought about the people who ever work behind this everything? And most of time, if you drive at night, that you see on freeways and how they work, even this when they replacing these gas lines, power, mostly they do at night with the very risky. So they don't have sometimes their personal life. They give up everything and come and work. So when you write the bill, have you ever, maybe you complaining about your all the personal need. Have you ever appreciate that? Oh, we getting this everything. When you open the tap, water is there. When you put the switch on, light is here. You know, so it is a blessing for you. There are a lot of countries, they don't have this. They're waiting for the water. Sometimes suddenly water cut and the power cut. They don't have it. But you have this everything here. So then appreciate it and be a better person. And at the same time, try to share your happiness with others. So when you write the bill, write it with the happiness, write it with the appreciation. If you have to pay something, maybe if there is a $5 extra, if you have to pay, don't blame, don't get angry, don't get mad, just appreciate. So because sometimes you spend more than $5 for unnecessary things in day-to-day life, you don't think about it, maybe. So try to use your life for this loving kindness. It is just not the meditation. It is just not thinking, oh, may all living beings be well and happy. It should be your attitude. It should be your life. And with the whole heart, expand the compassion in every way. Don't fight with each other. Don't resist for anything. Why? Because when you resist deeply inside, that it come with the unhappiness, unsatisfaction. And when you try to control something, it come with the struggle. So that the struggle creates some unnecessary difficulties in you. But when you have the loving kindness and compassion, and it make your heart more melt. So as you know, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, this everything as physical organs, it cannot be tight. To function, one of the most important thing that your body should be flexibility. If you are not flexible, you cannot have this, you cannot get the best out of this human life. If you know the the sports field, so whoever if they want to become a good player, the one of the important thing, they keep their flexibility. So the flexibility and develop the strength, not becoming hard. So becoming flexibility bring the strength. It make you strong when you become flexible, not when you become hard. When you become hard, you become weak. So when you become flexible, it brings the strength. And when you have the strength and flexibility, it develop the balance. So that's how these three things interrogate, work together: flexibility, strength, and balance. If you lose one, you lose other two. So when it comes to our internal, the physical body, it works like that way. So when it comes to your mind also the same. So remember, without your thoughts, keep the flexibility. So when you have the loving kindness and compassion, it helps you to have the flexibility. And it make you strong as a person. And it make you more balanced in any situation. It help you to go through that. So with this loving kindness meditation, and appreciate that everything around you, it is just not the word. Bring it as a mental action. And with your whole heart. And when you say, may all living beings be well and happy, don't hold it to anything. Just completely open your heart. And with that, we're going to do this meditation a little bit. So keep your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. And bring your attention to your body. And scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say, Sopatdeva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment and do the loving kindness meditation later. So in the beginning, we're going to relax our body step by step. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. And relax your lower lip. Relax your chin. And relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. And relax your throat, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. And relax your back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs. Relax your heart. Relax your liver. Relax your kidneys. Relax your gallbladder. Relax your pancreas. Relax your small intestine. Relax your large intestine. Relax your all abdominal organs. Relax your buttock. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. And release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. So we're going to do the loving kindness and compassion meditation. Just think to yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. So expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize and send it as a light as far as you can. And expand the capacity little by little. To your backside. to your left side, to your right side, downward and upward and upward to all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area and observe the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation, and recognize the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within the sensation arise through this inhalation, exhalation. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma practitioners, when it comes to our human life, the moment you experience is very rare. And one time Buddha mentioned Kicho Manusa Patilabo, Kicham Machana Jivita. Gaining this human life, having this human life is very rare. And also, protecting this life, take caring this life is not easy. It is very difficult. It is harder than having a war, going to a war, winning a war. So, but still, remember yourself, the very first thing that you have to do every day, appreciate yourself. No matter what, the situations come to us. Situations always come to us. It always going to be in the world. It is a world in nature. Things can be better or worse, good or bad. But still, remember yourself. Learn to appreciate when you wake up early in the morning and when you go to sleep. Appreciate yourself. You are so blessed to experience this life this way. Because if you don't appreciate yourself, and sometimes we lose our inner values slowly. Because mostly we like when other people appreciate us. But if you cannot appreciate yourself, it doesn't matter the whole world appreciate you, you will never understand the true nature of that appreciation. So another thing is you have to be very careful with the people around you, with your husband, with your wife, with your children, with your parents, with your brothers, sisters. Why? Because, and with your neighbors. Why? Because of them you sometimes get angry, mad, disappointed, worried, unhappy. You're not going to be angry or mad about unseen people, whoever live in this far away in another country. You always get disappointed because of the people around you. So then it is a great challenge for you how you can keep protecting yourself from this challenge. So for that, one of the important thing always remember, whoever around you, that person came to you, came closer to you not because of a mistake. There is a reason. That person came next to you. Another thing is have the attitude, whatever the situation come, or whoever the people around you, try to see the best in them, in that situation. Mostly we like to see the bad, we always count the bad. As the attitude, always remember, see the good that whatever that people have. So that is very important. And sometimes it is very easy to, to say, may all living beings be well and happy. But when it comes to our very close people, and sometimes it is very difficult for us to think the good about them, wish them the good. And mostly we have the conditions with them. So the very first thing, remember, always see the good in them. No matter what, just somehow find something good and remind it. again and again. And whatever the mistake happen, whatever the things happen or say, and maybe it happen intensely or maybe not without intention. Things can happen. But when something difficult, always remember it is a good opportunity for you to develop your loving kindness. It is a good opportunity for you to develop your compassion. And it's like the yourself always you look for opportunities rather than trying to change the others. So then remember, in this journey, don't try to change the seed. Don't try to change the soil. Don't try to change the environment. Don't try to change the seasons. Change yourself. Remember it always. Don't try to change the seed. Don't try to change the soil. Don't try to change this environment. Don't try to change the seasons. Change yourself. When you take it as an opportunity for you to brush up, and then you will see around you other people, always it's a kind of like a blessings for you. And especially, see in your life, you have the husband, wife, and you give up everything and you came together, both of you. So if you become unhappy because of your husband or because of your wife, what the point? What the point that this world is beautiful or this universe so beautiful or there are beautiful things in the world? What's the point? Because as both of you, as a husband, wife, if you cannot be happy, if you cannot each other appreciate from the bottom of your heart without holding anything, what's the point? Because you are the one who can do it, not any other person. So then yourself, it is your responsibility one way to uplift other person as a husband, wife, help for other person. That help, it is just not only physical or it is just not only material. As ordinary people, most of other people need emotional help. Emotionally, we are prisoners in this samsara. So then sometimes you have to be wise. When you get married, you have to be so wise yourself to take care of the other person, especially from this emotional prison. It is not easy. But that's why this loving kindness meditation help you to, to deal with that. So when you able to help like that way, you become more better person. So then whatever the situation come in your family life, always remember, it is going to give you an opportunity to be a better person. So think like that. Because you are in a journey towards the Nibbana. You are not looking for any personal victory or personal gain. You are looking for your liberation. That is your path. So in that path then, take everything as opportunity that you develop that path. So then remember, never have any kind of negative thoughts regarding your husband or wife. Never have. Doesn't matter whatever the condition. Doesn't matter whatever the situation. Other person can behave kind of like a demon. It's that kind of, and sometimes when we don't have the wisdom, what will happen? We have all other animal qualities. It's called wild. There are most of people wild, deeply inside in this skin, under this skin. wild animal here. So when you as a husband wife, then sometimes if you not become wise, so what will happen? That animal behavior can overtake your life, so that you can heal that through the loving kindness and compassion. So then remember yourself. So when you develop that loving kindness and compassion when other people don't have it or when they need it, that become your wisdom. That take you out of your animal nature and uplift your human qualities. Another thing is the children. So when it comes to family life, that is the only thing that you have as parents. So you give everything to your children and you have more hopes regarding them. But remember, do your best, but free from them. It is very hard, but that is the best that you can do to yourself and you can do to them. Give the freedom to them. You do your best. And after that, free your heart from them. Don't have any hopes that regarding they will do something back to you. Don't have it. Why? Maybe they want to do, but maybe they have no that capacity to do. So then what will happen? We don't know what kind of situations come in the future. So then you hold it to hopes and thinking, oh, my children will do this or do that, take care of me, or like that way, and they will be nice to me like that. No, don't have any hopes like that. Even so, the next disappointment come out of the brothers, sisters. It's very common. So then you have to always remember that don't interfere too much. And each and every person, even you came from the same parents, and you have the same blood, but still remember, each and every person have their own way. Each and every person go separate journey. But at the same time, whenever you have opportunity, if you can do something, just do it with the good heart. Never do anything with the worry, unhappy, sad mind. Always do anything with the good heart, happy mind. Another thing is the neighbors. So it's mostly we get disappointed. And it always ignite our deeper unhappiness. But always remember, appreciate. And sometimes it is good that person became your neighbor. Maybe there are worst people. Maybe this person bad according to you, and that person also maybe think you are bad according to them. So anyhow, always remember, it is better this person next to you. Why? Maybe how about if there are some bad people around you? So then appreciate it. Even the bad, according to you, appreciate. It is okay. Just let it be. And just wish them the happiness. Wish them whatever they want to do. If they're happy, just allow them to live their own space. That is what they have. Like the same like you have your space. They have their space for them. So you have to respect for that. And so that way, this loving kindness meditation. It is not just thinking, oh, may all living beings be well and happy. It becomes more meaningful in day-to-day life for you. Why? Because sometimes, even though we say, may all living be well and happy, when it comes to our personal relationships, it's very difficult for us to not to get hurt. That is the important thing. Don't get hurt. That is the very purpose of the tranquility meditation development. What is the undisturbed mind? So it become a great profitable skill. Maybe you can handle worse situations, earthquake, tsunami, that kind of situation you can handle. But that with the personally that get disappointed with the people, very difficult to handle. But that is where the key point. That is where where you have to use the Dhamma. So then always remember how you can do it, appreciating. And knowingly there is a reason. And that reason always think as something good. Another thing is, and look that there is something good in that person also. It is not 100%. So then look into that. Find out that reason and hold it to that reason. Remind it. Repeat it. So that way it helps you to uplift your quality. Rather than we hold it to small mistake and we reminding it, repeating it. That is what we do. That's why that mistake always the unhappiness going to be with us. So then especially with your husband, wife, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, neighbors, always remember. It is good that you are with that people. Why? Because you have no idea there are worst people in the world. And it is good at least you are with this person as a husband or wife, rather than maybe how about if you came to end with your life with the very worst person. So this person that came kind of like a zeal and protect you. So then appreciate it. These children, it's good. Why? How about there are worse children? So it is better these children came to you because you cannot have a selection, you cannot choice. So when it happened to you this way, it is good. Why? Because it is not worse than any other situation. So like that, always hold it to the good side and remind it and repeat it. And that way, it expand your capacity of loving kindness and you start to develop undisturbed mind. So in day-to-day life, then you become more comfortable. And then finally, remember, live a life without having any hopes regarding from any other person. That doesn't mean you hold it to so personal life or you come to very self-centered life. No, you keep the freedom to your husband, wife, children, brothers, sisters, friends and family members, but always keep your heart completely free. And don't wait until that, oh, they will do this or they will do that like that way. Don't have anything. So that will make you strong because you went through this sansaric journey, eons by eons, you went through alone yourself. That that strength in you. You don't need to depend on this around you. There is a deeper, higher strength in you. Tap into it. Get into it. Of course, we need the help from each other. You know, there is nothing that any person can do something themselves. Even our personally, when it comes to our body, lungs help or liver help or kidneys help or heart. So like that is everything, interconnected. So like that, each and everyone interconnected. So you cannot be separate from each other. We depend on others, others depend on us. But deeply, personally, yourself, it is your personal responsibility to keep your mind from having desire regarding others. So keep that inner freedom completely, 100%. Keep it clear. Make it empty from any hopes. So that is where you become strong. So whenever the situation comes, if you have to do something, you do your best. But don't look something return. Especially from other people, okay, but especially from your husband, from your wife, from your children, from your parents, or from your brothers, sisters. Why? That is where you're going to get hurt. If you have a friend somewhere and you have some hopes, and then you talk, and then that person may be not responding to you, that's okay. You can handle it. But when you deeply have a hope, but if not going to happen it, what will happen? You get hurt. So you can minimize the hurt in a different way. In according to the modern psychology. So especially with the husband, wife, children, friends, and family members. So if you have a hope, you can do this. Open your mouth and tell it. Discuss it. Negotiate it. And then at least, it is not easy, but at least you can minimize the hurt. If you have a hope regarding your husband or wife, tell it. I hope this from you. And then maybe that person say, okay, I can do it, or other maybe say, I cannot do it. Then can have a conversation. Then it's not going to happen. Then you get out of that hope. Then you become free from it. Or if you as a parents, from children, if you have something, if you're waiting for something, if you look for something, if you have hope, tell it. Because mostly we don't tell and we just hold it to us. But other person don't know. So then maybe if not, when it's not going to happen, you become worried. So if you cannot tell it, sometimes you have hopes, you cannot tell it. And then take the responsibility to yourself. Why? Because it is not real need. Why? Because at least you cannot tell. So if something they are bothering inside you, at least you cannot tell, that's mean it cannot bring it to words, that's mean it is not real. If whatever in your heart, if it cannot bring to words, that is not clear. That's mean it is not really, it is not there. If something really there, you can bring it to words. So if something in you, if you cannot bring it to words, just forget it. It is just a, shallow level of something. So like that, when you develop this loving kindness meditation, remember, come to a point and you keep deeper freedom inside you. That freedom will help for other people to be free. It come in a different way to you, and it go to different way to other people. So, and that is when it come to loving kindness meditation, and that will more help for you. And then when you say, may all living beings be well and happy, it become more meaningful. Why? Because it is included to your husband, wife, children, friends, and family members, and everyone around. And even personally, when you connect each other, that you become more comfortable with them. So that's how this develop inside you. So, but it needs some practice yourself. I tell you a story how this work deeply. you know so in China there was a kingdom called Ku. So this Ku kingdom, and there was the king used to be called the Jew. So in that kingdom there was one person. He was so physically so weak. It looked like very weak, and no any skill developed, and nothing to it. So one day he appeared to the palace. Why? Because one of his friend used to work in that palace. So he came to visit this friend, this person named called Peng. So this Peng came to visit this friend in the palace and asked, my friend, can you help me to get any job here? I will do some work. So he was very, ordinary person, no any skill developed. And then this friend told, let me ask from the king, and I will ask from the king and see what he tells. So he went to the king and told, oh Lord, this is my friend. I used to know him for a long time now. And he came here today and asking, is there any job that he can get here to work in that palace, in this palace? So the king asked, what kind of skills that he knows. So this friend told, no, there's nothing that he developed like that way. So then the king asked any kind of like a labor work to do this or that. This friend told, I don't think, because he's physically little look like so weak. So the king told, okay, let him to do just the cleaning and that things, very minor labor work, and give him a place to sleep, and give him to permission to eat. So from the palace. So like that, then king permitted him to enter to the palace and stay as a very labor, minor labor work. So this person came and start to work. Now 2-3 years went. He became very familiar in the palace. Why? Because he go everywhere cleaning little things, and other people ask, can you help for this? And he help, because he don't do anything. He don't develop that one skill, or I am like this, I do this like that way. So everywhere, and the people also used to ask the help from him. Why? Because they are more comfortable ask help from him, because he don't do any exact work. So this person used to go, and everybody knew. Within few years, he became very well known person. This Peng was well known person in the palace. So one day King put a note, and far away in another village, in that village, the king didn't send somebody to collect the tax for a while. So now he need to send someone and collect all the tax and bring it to the palace. So then king was looking for a person, but everyone involved him with some work and he couldn't find a person. And other thing is, this village was so far away and it take many months to go there. So then what the king did, king put the post. If anybody like to go to this Shang village, please come and inform me. So this Peng saw this board sign and then he thought, I am not doing anything here like this, so it is better I go. And then he came to the king and told, oh Lord, I can go. So then the king told, okay, you go there and collect this all the tax money from this few years. And then this person asks, and after that, what I bring here? Because that time where you go far away and bringing money is kind of like a risk. You cannot do it. So then you have to convert that money to something and bring it to palace. So then the king told, okay, you go around the palace and look what we need here. And then if you find something, and then you collect that tax money and bring that to the palace. And this person, Peng, went around the palace and looked and told, okay, I found out. And then he left the palace to go to this far away, this Shang village. And he went to the village and he saw this village was so poor people, even very difficult to find one meal. And he was shocked to see how poor these people like this, how they live like this. And then what he did, somehow he ordered to collect all the tax, and the people somehow, they knew they didn't pay the tax for a while, so then they have to do it, and otherwise they get punished. So what they did, whatever they protected, and maybe they borrowed from others, and they somehow collected all the taxes and gave it to this Peng. And then Peng, you know, that had a meeting with all the village people, 100 people. And then what he did? He told, I look, you are poor. So our king is your father. So the king ordered me to give this money back to you. So now he's telling this. So king ordered me to give this money back to you and take this money. This is from the king and this is all the tax money. So take this and become very successful with your life without wasting this, because you are very poor. So it is king responsibility to take care of you. So it is your responsibility to pay the taxes and you paid it. Now it is king responsibility to take care of you. So as a part of that responsibility, take this money. And he collected all the money and divided to equal parts and gave it to everybody equally. Everybody received the same kind of amount of money. All the village, 100 people, now little bit money they had. And then the Peng used to be there a few months, and the people start to get back to business, farming, and they were so happy and they start to cheer. Oh, long life for our king. Our king is the most the successful person in this kingdom, and he's the most valuable person. Oh, long live our king. So like that, they used to appreciate the king. And the peng came back. And then the king, he met the king, and the king asked, so what happened? What did you bring? So he told, I bring you the long life and the protection. And the king told, how it can happen like that way? Because you came empty hand, what happened? So he didn't explain anything, and he told, I went around. Remember that day you told me go around and see that what we need here. And I went around and I saw that you need the protection and long life. And then the king couldn't understand this. And but somehow he knew this Peng was doing some cleaning, and he didn't have any skills. And the king knew he wasted his time, and he forget it, and he just let him to get back to his cleaning work. And the time passed by. Within another 2 3 years, what happened inside the kingdom, there are people start to came against the king. And then the king knew he cannot get any help from anybody now. And everybody trying to kill the king. And that everyone around him, all the ministers and everybody, and came little by little came against the king. And king knew no one that going to help him. And one day at night, the Peng came and knocked the door and told, you have to leave. This is not the place for you to live anymore. If you live another day, you're going to die. So the king already knew the situation and what happened with the family. And the Peng, he took the king to the Shing village. And when they go there, the now village became, more successful city. And they heard the king come to that way, and they start to celebrate and they start to welcome the king. And they prepare whole city like a big carnival and like a kingdom. So then when the king come to that place and he's shocked, everybody start to cheer. Oh, our king, long may you have long life, may you have protection. So like that. And then the middle of the city, they offered the best place for the king. And then everyone came around the king and gave the protection to him. And he used to live his whole life in that village. And then one day he told to the Peng and told, now I see what the long life and protection you brought to me. See how that things can come around us. So the same thing with you also. Remember, that is what the Dharma, that is what the nature. So you also have the same kind of power and the strength. So what you do to others, maybe in that very moment you're not going to see it, you're not going to get it back. But remember, in this long, run, in this journey, one day, you're going to meet that. You're going to see it. You're going to receive that. So then in your life, do something for others, not just only for you. Sacrifice a little bit from your life, from your comfort. Do something for others. with the good heart. Do it with the happy mind. Help others. Because, and sometimes the moment that we have, it's not going to be forever. When we look at the world today, we see, and how when even you have the good opportunity, a good position in your life, if you don't do the good for others, what will happen to you? But if you, according to your capacity, if you do something good for other people, remember, maybe you, or maybe somebody related to your family, your children, your grandchildren, maybe they will find that benefit. So then, without personal relationship, and start to do something for other people with the good heart. So in this Thanksgiving Day, always remember your parents, your husband, your wife, your children, your brothers, sisters, friends and family members, your grandparents, grandparents, your forefathers, your ancestors, and doing and sacrificing and done a lot of things for you. Maybe you have no idea and you cannot understand it. Even you don't know maybe what they have done to you. So have the appreciate it in your heart, and pay your gratitude always, and always look the good. And when you have the opportunity, do something best yourself for others, without any condition, without any limitation, and without any resistance. And do your best with the happy mind and good heart. And that's how you can pay back. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi diga yuko bhava. Ittavata chammi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idammi punya kammang asavakkaya vahannotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.